Hey, howdy, hey, y'all. I'm back. It's been a while. It was even hard to get back in the chair. I had a busy week last week. I was doing CPC training. Ugh, my hair. I just washed it, so it's all like fluff. I did some CPC training this week and some testing, and I will not find out about. Ugh, this hurt. I will not. Sorry. Find out if I passed or failed for 3 to 6 weeks, which is absolutely exhausting because I wake up every day going, oh my God, I didn't do it right. I didn't do enough. I didn't look at the camera enough because I get anxious. It's hard for me to make eye contact. I was fidgeting too much. Like I was being a human. But it really, doing this training, peer counseling, is helping me maybe get over some of my biases and judgments, which is really hard to do with BPD. So I'm excited that I can be mushy enough, malleable enough to be able to actually curb some of that and think better and be more trauma informed. So I am actually trying to push my brother and my husband into it because I think they would also make good counselors, just for the fact of my husband having 21 years and then my brother also having a trauma inflicted background. So it's free to do. It's helping the community. Like, it's actually getting in there and seeing these people for being people. And that's something I'm really excited for. And I signed up for some extra classes that I'm going to do. Get my phone. Gotta finish updating. It's been crappy out today, so it's super dark. Let's see. In June, I'm going to be doing, the 11th and 12th. I have 2 classes I'm going to take about being more trauma informed and then sexual health. I have a busy couple months coming up. Lots of appointments, trying to figure out how much my fibro is inflicting me. Got a couple MRIs, I have allergy tests, hearing tests, the whole gamut of workup when you get older. So that's going to be this next coming up month, which is my nephew's birthday is coming up and my sister's birthday. I will wish them a happy birthday through here. I do not speak to that sister, therefore I'm unable to speak to that nephew, but I am sending him some Lorcana decks and a birthday card. Hopefully they accept the package and he gets to dump into the world of Lorcana and maybe one day we can play together. So I don't even know what July looks like yet. I know I have some follow-up appointments in July. But then in August, when my birthday and my brother's birthday and my sister's birthday. Oh, my sister's at the end of July. My best friend's coming. My bestie is coming for another visit, which is awesome because we're seeing each other once a year, which I didn't even know if we'd ever be able to do that. Like the mere fact we're able to pull our pennies together and just get to see each other once a year makes life a little bit easier for that short time. I think it makes me softer as a person having her around. We kind of complement each other very, very well. And there's such a peace, an inner peace with her. And I love it so much. And I love her. And I'm super excited that she's coming. And I'm super excited to spend time with her and find pathways to grow and maybe find pathways to get her family here. So if anyone has any lawyers in a family, visa lawyers or immigration lawyers that know of ways to get into the country to live and get their family over there, because being in Europe right now, it's really hard for them. But they both work. He's a pilot. She's a tattoo artist. Like he's going to school for something with computers. Don't kill me. Um, it's like continuing education, and they just want opportunities for their child, soon to be children, hopefully. Hopefully. Um, sorry for the weird voice. So yeah, I've had a lot on my plate because then that time spent away from my animals, they tended to act out, which is hard on me because I feel like a failure when they act out. Which I'm sure it's hard on them because then I get upset. So spent time with the boys, have a house to clean, laundry to catch up on, scrubbing to do, dusting to do, things that don't get done during the week. I was doing training and homework and whatnot. So now I just have to deal with the anxiety of what do I do day to day, waiting for them to approve me as a decent person. Am I going to be a failure? Is it something else I'm going to suck at because having BPD, as well as possibly ASD, it's difficult to get a job, hold on a job. Like being back in the States has shown me like really how difficult it is for me to work with certain parameters because you can't tell me one thing and then do another and then like hold other people more than. Sorry. Oh. It's telling me I'm live, guys. Thanks, YouTube. So yeah. DBT deck. Trying to find skills, trying to find ways, and hopefully this opportunity of being a peer counselor, which doesn't make a whole lot of money, which is, it's not okay because people need support and nothing's better than support than lived experience, someone you can relate to and understand and make you feel like you're not alone. That's very, very key. So while me, for instance, being privileged as I am, having my husband work and also his retirement come in, I can say, I could take a lesser paying job or something if I feel like I'm really going to be helping people in the community succeed, because all I wanted when I was younger was someone to help me and my sister. And we didn't get that. Got some good lucks and some good intentions. Pulling up my BPD deck. I don't want to spiral. I'm exhausted. I have so much. I don't know if you can hear my washer going upstairs. I'm like, I have so much to do. Got to wash, all the dog beds and the pillows and the things because it's been rainy here. All the towels to keep the mud off their paws. So lots of laundry. Accent, weirdo. So let me pull out some skills. I don't know how long this video is going to go. I'm just going to kind of ramble. Like I said, it was really hard for me to just get the energy to come over here and sit in front of a computer and do this right now, which it sounds extremely lazy, but the anxiety that's built up like really just made it hard. Like, no, I just want to sit down and be comfortable and stay in my little circle of happiness and comfort right now because I don't have to do anything. Oh, that's not true. I need to go vacuum. But the more tours I did, the more I knew I wasn't going to come here because after I did a bunch of chores and, things settled down, once I settled down, then I start to get tired. And I've already been out running a bunch of errands today. So that downswing to be tired is going to happen. And then when I wake up from my nap, I usually don't feel well. And then I have to work up to feeling better, which takes a couple hours. And then I get tired. I'm ready to go to bed. It's a very strange process that works through my system. And some days I can bypass it. Some days I can't. So if I had kept doing chores, went and vacuumed, went and finished the dusting in here, went and did more laundry, cleaned out my tub because I took a bath today. I was trying to do some self-care and I took like a 3-hour bath. That I would fall into that pattern. And we can't do the cycles. Can't do that. So let's get to some skills. I'm going to try and do here. Do the DBT deck first because these skills can really go to anybody. They're all stuck together because they're new. And I got 2. What good are emotions? Wait, part 1, part 2. Uh-oh. I guess I was supposed to have them. Weird. I hate how this happens all the time. So kismet. Emotions provide us with important information about what is happening in us, in our relationships, and in situations around us. Our emotions help us to be more effective in our relationships and with our behaviors when we are willing to listen to their messages. Of course, those messages are more clear when our emotions are regulated. If our emotions are too dysregulated, then the messages are too loud, distorted, and therefore less helpful. As you regulate your emotions, practice accepting and listening to them. I guess I'll go ahead and do part 2 because I'm anxious and maybe it'll help me wait for this test or my test results. Part 2, emotions motivate our behaviors. If you are anxious about an exam, you will likely prepare for it. If you feel angry about an injustice, the anger may motivate advocacy. Gosh, this card is me. If you feel depressed, then you might increase your activity level and self-care. If you feel attracted to another person, then you might pursue a relationship with him or her or them. Of course, not every motivation or action urge from emotions is helpful to act on, but the more you regulate your emotions and act from wise mind, the more useful you will find your emotions to be. So emotional regulation is, or dysregulation is huge with BPD because what, Dusty? What, Dusty? No, don't do that. Because we feel so much more extreme that sometimes little things can seem like a major injustice to us. And it's hard to regulate that seesaw of wise mind to emotional dysregulation is that we will, I don't want to say fly off the handle because it's not even flying off the handle, but we will like take it too personally and maybe react upon that. And sometimes I can be very mean. I've definitely had a situation when I was younger dating a guy that I don't know, just one day, like I don't know if it was just him or anybody, but as I'm getting older, I learned like I don't like a lot of touching or people being super close on top of me unless I ask for it. And I couldn't somehow converse that to him. And I remember trying to tell him and I remember trying to say anything, but because he had the title of my boyfriend, I think it possibly, allowed in his mind that he got to have certain access to me. And he kept pushing my boundary and kept pushing my boundary. And I lost myself. Let me try to close this curtain. I lost it and I spit at him. And that got his attention. And that very easily made a lot of friends of mine dislike me because of it. And I didn't know how to emotionally regulate myself. And I didn't know what was going on. And it's very, very hard. It's my Dusty Stardust. To try to understand, like, I have boundaries and I asked and I said something. And like, just because you have a title with me doesn't mean you get 100% access with me. And that's something I think a lot of people really don't understand. And be it that title of sparse spouse, partner, father, mother, sibling, aunt, grandma, uncle, pastor, I don't care. Just because you have a certain access to me doesn't mean you get every access to me, if that makes sense. You're allowed to have your space and your boundaries. Hey, Dusty, you gonna be a butthead? Please don't get on my stuff. I'm trying to do things here. Let's put this back up. Cool. Nobody wants to see your butthole either, please, sir. And there it is. So, gosh, being emotionally regulated is very hard to do. It's very hard to do in general, but then when you have a personality disorder or a mental health disorder, even a learning disability, like it makes it very hard to regulate those emotions. So that takes a lot of these DBT skills that I will be working on with these cards, and a lot. Come on, Dusty. Nobody wants to see your tail everywhere. Remember, 9 animals. And it requires a lot of work and a lot of like inner self-awareness to realize like what exactly is triggering you. And is this in a wise mind moment, or could this be something tabled for later when you can be in wise mind? That's also very important. You might not be able to speak about it now, but if you know you're not in wise mind, to table the discussion for later. And a willing support person in your support circle should understand that. Sorry for the lighting. I know I need to really just sit down and set up an actual area and set really good lighting and things. Fortunately, we would still have access to all the animals because hi, Dusty. What do you want me to pick you up? You never want me to pick you up. Now that I gotta do something, you want some love? So yeah, it was a good card. Always good to check in on your emotions and where you are for the day. And, if your schedule might need to change because of where you are at emotionally. Is this one card? All right. Relationship patterns. It says diffuse the bomb. My allergies. Pollen here is gathering like snow. It's insane seeing all these white piles of white. Looks like snow on the curbs. Okay, diffuse the bomb. BPD tends to blow up a relationship when it's going well. This is likely due to your sense of worth and fear of losing the relationship. If you feel like you're going to blow it up, write down how you've sabotaged in relationships in the past and then come up with some positive alternatives. Try being open and positive about solutions. So I've always had a hard time relating to sabotaging relationships because I don't know if it's my BPD trait or an ASD thing where I'm to the point, I'm direct, I know what I want, I know what I expect, and if you can't follow that, like I was out. I can tell you about a relationship I had, a thing I had at one point. I know I haven't like jumped back into my story yet of where I picked up on my journey to get here. So we haven't come across this one yet. But I remember telling this person, this is what I expect. I don't want a relationship. I don't want you to sleep over. I don't want you in my boundaries. Like, we just do this and then we're done. And of course, at first he's like, yeah, win-win, right? But then, like, I don't know. It was too good, too easy for him. I don't know. But like, he totally overstepped those boundaries and wanted to stay the night and talked about like getting married or some bullshit, or him meeting my dad. I'm like, who? Like, bro, you're my dad's age. You're older than my dad. Like, you're not gonna meet my dad. Why is my Cairo calling me on a Sunday? I'm not gonna answer. Canceled my appointment, so no, I don't want to answer. I'm gonna have to pause this and end this. So, like, I don't know if that makes me sabotage relationships or not. Now, as I'm older, I am very quick to realize what it is and what I don't want out of certain friendships, and I will easily just cut them out. it wasn't easy before, but once I cut out my mother, like, at first I cut my father, until he got sober, and then nobody told me he got sober, and they just left me not talking to him, which was awesome feeling, totally cool, totally appreciated that I got to miss 2 years out of my dad. But when, like, I realized that my mother will never care for me in the love in a way that I should get or respect, like, and the mere fact she won't try because I have another sibling. And if that sibling doesn't say anything, then why should she change? It must be me, right? It's a me problem. And no matter how many times I used to speak and beg and plead and buy books and try to say, like, we can do this together, let's work on this together, I was never enough for it. So, like, I don't know. Once I cut my mom out and I realized, like, that burden, that heaviness is gone because I'm not constantly thinking, what am I going to do to upset this person that's supposed to love me? How come I can't be accepted by this person? Like, once that just kind of left, like, kicking people out of my sanctum and making sure I'm only keeping the ones that want to support me and strive and grow. They don't have to follow my path. Just growing as themselves is enough for me. And the mere fact that I can't get that at a family is really hard. So my black lights are not good enough. I have to figure out something different. Because all my walls of pops should be glowing. Maybe it's just not dark enough. I'll do a late night stream one of these days and I don't know, maybe watch something, react, be goofy. Y'all can all see the pops glow and all my little stuff. I got more things to put up on the walls. But so it's hard for me to try to relate to the card of defusing the bomb. Sorry, I went off on a tangent. Because I'm not sure that I necessarily sabotage relationships. I give, maybe, I don't know. My biggest saying is I give enough rope for you to hang yourself. And maybe I shouldn't be saying that. But basically, I let your actions and your words, more your actions, do everything else, your patterns, show me who you really are versus what you think you're showing me. And once I see that, like, and I hear tidbits of something as that person is something I don't care for, like abusing animals, it's easy for me to just say, yeah, no, thank you. That's, we can say hi and bye to each other, but I don't want any other interaction beyond that. And that's just things, like, unfortunately, people have to get used to. Once we stop living for others and live for ourselves and what truly makes us happy, sorry, my rock eyebrow. It changes a lot in your life. It changes the playing field a lot too in how you heal. Because people think they're supporting you in your healing, and that's because it's what they think supporting you on your healing journey looks like, not what it actually could be. But yeah, I will be back on Wednesday for a workbook Wednesday and start to get back into the flow of things. I need to, and it's going to be really hard, but I need to follow up on that last video I made for my journey so I can get us out of middle school and continue on with life, because the more I speak about it, the more I understand and make connections my own self about things. Hi, Jag. You're going to come lay on my shoulder. Baby boy. This isn't the shoulder you like. Yeah, I know. No, it's not the shoulder you like, but okay. This is Jag. He's our newest rescue. We got him a couple days after New Year's Eve. He was dumped in the colony. He was getting beat up because he's just a lover. He kept trying to love on everybody. Nobody wanted his love. So we fostered him. And then I said, all right, you're staying with me because I love the cuddles. So this is Jaggy Jag. Hi, baby. Yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday. Do some more stuff. I want to follow up on, like I said, follow up on that other video so I can continue the journey, work out my process. Hey, Dusty. It's just family time right now, huh? Don't mind me. Oh, your ears are cold. Are you sitting in the window? Are you sitting in the window? So yeah, thanks for being here, not being here, watching. Thanks for letting me talk. It's the biggest thing. I wish everyone a very uneventful week and smooth sailing. Ow! I'm not gonna drop you, weirdo. Yeah. Say bye, Jag. Yeah. Bye, guys. Hi, baby. Yes, 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 yes.